Dear students, today we will see about mensuration. Cbse class 7. So rectilinear figure. See, whenever a figure is made up of line segments, multiple line segments, consider these as a matchsticks. Okay, if you construct something using the matchsticks, right, we will get some 2D shape. So all these things are rectilinear figure because it is made up of multiple line segments. This is a square, it's a rectangle, triangle, etc. Okay. And then closed figure. If something is closed like this, nothing from outside can enter into this inside, that is called as closed figure. If we have something like this is open. Okay. So there is a way to enter inside this diagram. Okay. So coming to next one, simple figure. So whenever two line segments meet each other at common point, this is the common point, right? It is called as the simple figure. If more than two lines, for example, if you see here, 4 lines are meeting, okay, then it is called as complex figure. This is the basic understanding. Okay, let's see what is perimeter. Okay, perimeter, when you consider a cricket ground, inside we can see the pitch, right, where the players will be playing. It will be in a rectangular size. That's a simple example. Whatever may be the boundary, the outer, see, this is a rectangle. We have a length here, both are parallel to each other, and we have a breadth parallel to each other in this rectangle. So how to find the perimeter of this is nothing but simply adding the length. Okay, here this is one length plus this breadth plus again this length plus again this breadth. So that is 2L plus 2 breadth. If you take the 2L common, you will get L plus B. 2 into L plus B is the formula we know to find the perimeter of a rectangle. So just remember this when solving the problem, it will be useful. Coming to the square, same thing. Since both are equal, so 2 into, all these are considered as the same sides, right? So we have S plus S. So 2 plus 2, 4S. Okay. So for a square, it is 4 into side. So perimeter is very simple. Just you need to consider about the boundary. Sometimes in the sum, they may give like you need to find the boundary of a field. This may be considered as a field, some field where we are putting some fence around the field. Okay. Then what is the perimeter? Like that the question can be asked. And one more important thing is the center region, this complete region along the plane. This is a plane, right? Along the plane, this particular region is called as area. Okay. So the formula for area we know, for rectangle it is A equal to length into breadth. Okay. Similarly for this square, side into side. So S square. So this we know already. Okay, let's recall the length units from the previous lessons. Consider a 30 centimeter, a long scale. Okay, in that we have 1 centimeter here. In this 1 centimeter, we have 10 millimeter. Each small measurement is millimeter, right? This is clear. So millimeter is the shortest one and kilometer is the longest one. So we will measure this when we are fine tuning measuring any small distance, smallest distance. It increases like this: millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, decameter, hectometer, meter and kilometer. Kilometer will be the longest. When we are traveling from Bangalore to Chennai or any other city, we will not tell in millimeter. We used to tell in kilometers because it's the longest distance. Okay. So just have this concept understood by referring to your book and know the relations between how many centimeter equal to how many millimeter and how many kilometer equal to how many meter, like that. You have to understand that and be ready to solve the problems. Some special things we are going to see is, consider a square. It has got the side A units. So we already know length into breadth, that is A into A. Since it remains same, A into A square units. This is the area for the square. We have a special case here, that is when you consider, a diagonal, this is a diagonal. Diagonal is nothing but from one edge to the another edge across the square. Okay, when the diagonal is given, we can use another formula for the area. Okay, half into d square. D is nothing but the diagonal. Sometimes this will be given in the measurements problem, and then using that you need to find the length and breadth, something like that. So just remember these two. In case of only square, this formula applies. Remember that. Coming to rectangle, right? Coming to rectangle, same case. If diagonal is there, this is the biggest version of that. Consider this as an hypotenuse, length and breadth. Consider this as a right angle triangle and apply the Pythagoras theorem. So using this formula, maybe one information will be given, another might be missing. We need to find any one of that and then apply wherever you want in the problem. So just remember, this is a special area for the square and apply Pythagoras theorem for the rectangle in case of diagonal is given. Just remember, whatever problem is given, first draw it, imagine and draw the top view. It might be a field, whatever they mentioned, just draw it and put all the measurements, write the given values clearly, what is the value to be found clearly, then automatically you will get the steps, what to solve, how to solve. Let's solve some example problems. The first question, we have a rectangular field, the length is 120 meter and the breadth is 75 meter of a field. This is a field, consider this as a field. Imagine this field is full of green, they are turfing it. Turfing in the sense, putting the green lawn, consider like lawn, right? We used to put in balcony and all, right? Green color lawn. Okay, now these are the given values, and for turfing it cost around rupees 15 per meter square, and fencing, for fencing it's cost around 40 per meter. Okay, this is the given value. So we need to find area of the field, the complete area of the field, and the cost of turfing. Okay, cost of turfing per meter square is given already. Once we find the area, we can multiply and get it. And then perimeter of the fence and cost of fencing. Okay, so let's see what is the area formula. Area is equal to length into breadth. So L into B, it is 120 into 75, that is coming around 9,000 meters square. Okay, so we know this is the area, 9,000 meters square is the area of this field. So turfing is the second question, cost of turfing. Cost of turfing equal to 9,000 into 15 per meter square, 15 rupees. For 9,000 meter square, 9,000 into 15 is equal to 1,35,000 rupees. So this is the cost of a turfing. Next, perimeter. Okay, we know the formula. Perimeter 2 into L plus B, length is 120 and breadth is 75. So it comes around 195. 2 into 195, 390 meter is the perimeter. We got it. And the cost of fencing, per meter it is 40 rupees. So for 390 meters, 390 into 40, simple, 15,600. That's how we should solve the problem. This is a very simple problem. Okay, now let's see another example. Just find the area of this rectangle. Okay, so we know that to find the area of the rectangle, length into breadth. We have the length here, but we don't have the breadth. It is mentioned as x meter there. But the additional information given here is a diagonal. So carefully, whenever the diagonal information is given, recall the Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem, this is called as hypotenuse, right? Whenever a 90-degree right angle triangle is having, this AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is the Pythagoras theorem, right? Hypotenuse square is equal to square of one side plus square of the another side. We need to apply this to find the another side, missing side, that is the breadth. Okay, so let's apply that and see. So we have AC square equal to AB square plus BC square here. So that means 37 square equal to 35 square plus BC square. So if you interchange, BC square equal to 37 square minus 35 square, that comes around 144. Okay, so now if you take BC equal to root of 144, we get the answer as 12. Now apply this, area equal to length is this we identified as 12. So 35 length into breadth into 12, that comes around, how much it is, 420 meter square. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's see another example, third example. Find the area of the square. As we see before, if side information is given, you can just put side into side. A square, that is the area of the square. But in case if diagonal is given, in this case diagonal is given, 8 root 2 meter is the diagonal length, and find the area of the square. Simple, we need to apply that formula, half into diagonal square, right? That means half into, how much is the diagonal value? 8 root 2 whole square. Here, how to solve this easily? There is a trick, right? You just split the square to both, in 8 square into root 2 of square. Always root 2 of square. Okay, if you do this, you will get the same value. That means 8 8s are 64 into root 2 of square is 2 only. What is root 4 of square? This and this will get cancelled and 4 will be the answer. If you solve this also, root 4 of value is 2, and if you square that also, it will be 4 only. You can apply this anything. Even if you apply like root 16 of square, you can simply cancel root and square and get the value as 16. If you solve this, root of 16 is 4. 4 square equal to 16 only. So whenever you are square rooting something and squaring that, same value will come. So simply you can put 2 here, this to get cancelled, and 64 meter square is the answer. Try to apply these concepts and then solve the problem easily. All the best.